Damn, that's good. And guys, we are back. Good evening, good morning, or hell, good afternoon, depending on where you're at. Guys, we're going to be talking about the Canon EOS M6 Mark II that I picked up about a month ago. Of course, if you've been following this channel for any length of time, you probably already know that I moved to Canon not too long ago. I had a camera collection that included a Z7, Panasonic GH5, Sony a6400, and it was just simply too much gear. Yeah, big surprise on that one. So I got rid of all of it and invested into the Canon EOS R ecosystem. Now I know having a second camera body for shooting B-roll is very helpful. Hell, I got the Canon EOS M6 Mark II to fill that void. In today's video, I want to give you my first impression of this camera. Hell, if you stick around to the end of the video, you're going to learn about the good, the bad, and the ugly of this little camera. I'll also give you a quick overview of our current giveaway so you know how to enter the contest to win one of 8 fantastic prizes that are worth more than $4,000. More on that in a bit. So guys, what do you say? Pull up a seat? Let's go! Now, I know what some of you may be asking. Hey Alex, why the M6 Mark II? Well, I'll be happy to answer that for you. To understand that, I gotta share with you my master plan. Yeah, it's not really much of a master plan, but my plan of attack with this was I was gonna use my Canon EOS R, which of course we're filming on right now, as my second rig and buy the EOS R5 this summer, actually right around now. Unfortunately, that plan was semi-derailed thanks to the current pandemic. Initially, it was rumored that the R5 would ship early summer. I think that, of course, is in serious doubt right now. So, rather than waiting around for months and months to get the R5, I decided that a small compact APS-C camera would do the trick for the time being. I looked at a wide range of cameras, but the M6 Mark II appealed to me for several reasons. First, Canon's color science is just absolutely incredible. When I first started shooting video with the EOS R, I was blown away with the quality of the color. In fact, guys, there are times when I don't even have to color grade the footage that's coming directly out of the camera. Canon's color science is really that good. Second, since I wanted a reliable B-roll camera, I didn't need anything ultra fancy or expensive. The EOS M6 Mark II had all the features that I needed without being too expensive. And hell, that's a pretty good thing. Lastly, Canon is where I want to be right now. I think they are absolutely killing it with their EOS R cameras and the RF lenses, and so I want to see how this M line of cameras really stack up. So Alex, what about those specs in this thing? Well, before I dive into what I like and don't like about this camera, let's do a quick overview of those specs. First of all, we were sitting on a 32.5 megapixel APS-C sensor, and that's dual pixel autofocus, a Digit 8 image processor, and that happens to be the same one that's in the EOS R. ISO range from 100 to 25,600, and that is expandable up to 51,200. 14 frames per second continuous shooting, 13 frames per second burst mode in RAW with autofocus tracking and pre-shoot buffering. UHD 4K video at 30p and 25p with no crop. Full 1080 HP is available at 120 frames per second. 3-inch rear touchscreen which flips up 180 degrees and down 45 degrees. And of course, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth join in the party. So as you can see, Canon has really stuffed quite a bit into this little tiny camera. The question is, what is good and what is not good about this camera? So let's dive into the pros of this camera. This camera has plenty of resolution, a fast processor, good low light performance, and a killer continuous and burst shooting speeds for those occasions when I just want to get a little crazy and take a bunch of photos. But for my purposes, the UHD 4K video with no crop is something that really attracted me to this camera. Likewise, having a screen that will flip up to see myself as I record is a huge bonus. This was a must-have feature when I was searching for the right camera for my needs. Another pro is the ergonomics of this camera. I mean, look at it. It just fits like a glove. And that's kind of amazing. When you look at a small camera like this, and I have these big kind of ogre hands, and I'm absolutely floored with how well this camera fits in my hand. Now, as I just mentioned, the size and portability are absolutely fantastic. The camera body weighs just under a pound and it measures 4.7 inches wide. Okay, you're talking about something that is 2.76 inches tall, and of course at its chunkiest part right here is 1.94 inches thick. It's something you can easily throw in your camera bag, and even when you don't have the like a lens on it here, this is something you can toss into like a cargo pants pocket. It is that small. And this right here, this is the 16mm Sigma that I was mentioning about earlier. As you can see, even with this mounted on it, this is a small footprint. The small size and weight are also nice for shooting overhead video when I'm here in the studio. I don't have to worry about it being too much of a load and that will come crashing down on my head. No, that wouldn't be good at all. I found that this camera is crazy easy to use as well. It's definitely geared towards enthusiasts, but I found that the menu system to be very straightforward and the layout of the buttons and dials of this camera to be quite intuitive. Matter of fact, I think a beginner photographer could probably pick this up and figure things out without too much trouble. Lastly, I'd like to say that the camera works really well with the Sigma 16mm 1.4. This was a big deal for me as well. Many of you know when I had the Sony platform, one of my favorite go-to lenses was the Sigma 16mm 1.4. It is such a workhorse, and especially when you're shooting video, it's fast, it's small, compact, and it's just a crazy awesome lens. So I was really thrilled to see that Sigma had made it up this lens with this particular camera. So good on you, Sigma. Well, I guess we can say Canon as well. So anyways, you get the point. Well, Alex, those are a lot of pros. What don't you like? What are the cons with this camera? Well, I'm going to tell you what I don't like about this camera. First of all, the battery is not all that great. The SIPR rating on this is 250 shots if you use the optional EVF and fire the flash about 50% of the time that you take the shots. If you use the LCD monitor, the SIPR rating goes up to 305 shots, and in eco mode, you can actually get up to about 410 shots. Needless to say, having a second or a third battery is going to be a good plan. All right, something else that is a bit of a challenge, and that is, of course, the LCD screen flips up. So if you have a microphone, like this little Rode guy right here, sitting in the hot shoe, well, as you can see, you don't see, well, that's the thing, you don't see your LCD screen, which is a big problem. And even if you take the dead cat off of it, as you can see, it's still in its way there, and it's a nuisance. Now, there is a problem, or this problem can be solved with something like this right here from SmallRig. So this is a mic relocation kit, and as you can see, it repositions the mic off to the right. Okay, you'd think problem solved, okay? Well, yes and no, but at the expense of the killer ergonomics that I mentioned earlier, that's what is going to take a price here, or is going to pay the price rather. Accessing, with this bar going over here, accessing the on and off switch it's not as smooth before, because you kind of, when it's on, you have to kind of pinch your finger in there to get it turned off. You have the dial function button right here that is kind of a pain in the rear end, and with the mic on here, so this is, if you have the mic on here, this is really where things get difficult. As you can see, you can't access the dial function button, and so that makes it extremely awkward. And then on top of that, you have the multifunction button on the front, which, right over here rather, excuse me, which makes it difficult. Again, with this bar here, it takes away from that winning ergonomics just a tad there, because the functionality and the ease of access that you had before is obstructed with this kind of goofy bar that's in the way. But again, it's the price that you're going to pay to get this, as you can see, out of the way of your LCD. Lastly, the camera doesn't have a viewfinder. Now this isn't a huge issue for me, and you can add a optional viewfinder to the hot shoe if you want. But I guess I can see how this would be a big turnoff for some folks. Now, is the Canon M6 Mark II a win or fail? Well guys, I went out there and picked this thing up. After weighing all the options with this thing, for me, despite a few minor issues, I think this camera is a definite win. There are way more things that I like than dislike about this camera, and overall, the first few weeks of having this thing, it has proven to be a reliable workhorse, easy to use camera. Actually, I use it for all the B-roll stuff in here. I've used it almost exclusively for shooting video, so I'll have to get out and test it for shooting landscape images once we're no longer in a shelter-in-place order. But for now, today, this little camera has proven to be a very reliable addition to my camera bag. All right, now it's time to talk about that giveaway. Check out these prizes. A 38-inch ViewSonic VP3881 ultra-wide curved monitor, a 34-inch ViewSonic VP3481 curved monitor, a f-stop Lotus Essential bundle with medium slope internal camera unit, a set of Stingray 77mm filters, and that's a 5, 10, 15 ND, and there's a circular polarizer in there as well. 2 Colorado Tripod Highland 48mm aluminum ball heads, a Holdfast HF classic camera strap, and a $100 Adorama gift card. So not only is this the most amount of prizes that we've given away in a single giveaway, these prizes are worth over $4,000. Entering the giveaway is very straightforward. Step 1, guys, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Step 2, leave a comment below. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So watch some of our content and start dropping some comments. Step 3, register on PhotographyTalk and introduce yourself in the forum. Hey my friend, that's it. For complete details on the giveaway, including how to register on PhotographyTalk and how to say hello in the forum, check out the description below. Good luck. Where do you go, my friend? A quick overview of the Canon EOS M6 Mark II. What are my initial impressions, the things I like, dislike? If you found this video to be helpful, hit the like button down below. If you are currently not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, smash the hell, kick it, punch it, do whatever you need to that bell, so therefore you're notified each time we come out with a new video. All right, my friends, I'm gonna jump out of here. You get out there, stay healthy, and create your best shot.